Let's get started.
Recording started.
Okay. So thanks for joining. Seems like we're close to the end of the stage one. Uh, Only 2 weeks left. So please get acquainted with the agenda of the next week. But before, let's review what should be done within the week number 9. So the task, the bookshop, the week 2 criteria related should be already submitted for the cross check so that you'll receive for homeworks of other students for checking. So uh, the cross check should be started. Uh, Additionally, would like to highlight that if during the checking of others' work, if you see the design is eye candy or you're into the design of any of the students, that would be great. If you highlight these examples with the rest ones, because top five uh, top five works. Will receive additional 20 points to the total score. If you remember the bookshop criteria, there is no any specific design to be implemented. That's just a reference of how the application could look like. So if you see that a student did a great job in making the eye candy layout design, so it would be great if this work will be noticed so that they could receive another points to the score. Um, in addition to that, regarding the rest of materials, so the DOM events that should be passed and other modules that are already included here. So we're starting the next week. Along with the cross check of the bookshop, I just recently add the direct link to the week number 3. You might have noticed that we updated the criteria of the shoulder task. But in case if you still didn't notice, follow the link and uh, you'll be landed right to the week 3 criteria. Um, in brief, it's about implementing the responsive layout for 2 pages, for pads and the main page. So please take care of reading all the requirements for adaptive and responsive layout for these 2 pages. Uh, okay, so um, and additionally, my personal recommendation, since we're close to the end of the stage one, and just uh, to notify that starting from the stage two, you'll be given your personal mentor, but before you are required to pass the interview with your future mentor. So that would be great if you will continue, or at least if it haven't been done already, to start preparation for the interview. The interview with the mentors will cover all the topics, all the assignments that you were given during the stage one. Uh, okay, so seems like for the review we're done. Anna, maybe you have something else to highlight the rest ones?
Uh, Basically, no, except one, from my point, important news. Today, one of our students has been expelled due to cheating. I hope that everyone made the correct conclusion and you're not you will not copy part the other code. Guys, please, it's better to get 1 point instead of being expelled. So that's all.
Okay, thanks. I see the question in the chat. the bookshop project doesn't have minimal score requirements. Am I right? Not sure. Well, let's memorize it. As far as I remember, yeah. So here is the maximum points for the current task is 100 points. But when you start checking the task, some of the criteria could be missing. So that's if you see that something is not implemented, so you subtract the exact amount of score which is specified under each criteria. But the minimum score requirement, yeah, not quite remember, but still. Well, Estee, I see that you raised the hand. So if you don't mind, we'll finish with the chat questions and then we'll get back to you. Another one. May I ask, do the RS school has a FE course for beginners from zero in English, such as course in Russian that will start on June? So you're talking about the stage zero on the Russian speaking for the Russian speaking audience. Um, well, we did not have such plans for future, but I believe in case of any demand, it could be launched, but not in the nearest future because, well, we don't have such plans for now. All right, then, States, maybe please go ahead.
Hello. I deployed the GitHub link of my bookshop, not the link to the repository itself. Is it okay?
Since the work is going to be checked by the means of cross-check, not by the means of code review, that's okay.
We would have interviews from end of May till the middle of June. Would it possible to change date? Could it possible if mentor assigns you to have interview on like 1st June? Could it possible to somehow ask and reschedule, because one day I don't when I will be out of town and I don't know when.
Yeah, this question should be discussed with your mentor. Additionally, you should keep in mind that when you assign a mentor, so please contact him as soon as possible if you gain the contact details, because we need to take into account the workload on the projects, vacations, and some of them could not be available at desired time. So please, if you just being assigned to a mentor, you got the details. So please contact him as soon as possible and discuss the date of your interview. It could be any, and it depends on your and mentor's availability.
How we shall know who is our mentor?
You'll be notified after the mentor's assignment. You can view the details on the RS app. So when the distribution will complete it, so everyone will be notified.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, I see another questions in the chat. I already know who is our mentors are. There is nothing on my interview section of REST school. That's because we haven't performed any distributions yet. So please await for another announcements when your will be assigned to a mentor. So now we're in process of registering new mentors. Additionally, like the distribution also depends on language preferences. Okay, how to decrease points if only one of form inputs is incorrect? So, could you please unmute and give an example? Because don't quite get it. Or maybe post to the chat. So, by the correctness of the form, what do you mean? Or maybe if you're not able to speak, maybe let's discuss separately.
Let me answer. Currently, this question contains of almost 10 requirements. Let's guess if one of them are incorrect, you decrease 2 points. Two points, not one.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Is everything clear, or we're good to start the new week? 1, 2, 3. Okay, please. Istvan, please go ahead.
Hi, it's Istvan. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. So my question is that possible to maybe reopen the Code Wars challenges? Because I can see not just only me, but I, for example, forgot the first one, the string one. And it would be a good motivation with the interview prep, because I think it's very important to prepare with Code Wars challenges as well. And I see there are a lot of people who didn't complete that part. And Anna wrote something about this on Discord as well. So can it be considerable to reopen it like infinitely? Because everyone is doing Code Wars challenges after finishing the other task. I mean, in my case. And
So
it would be a good motivation if we would just do the challenge, like, I don't know, and get 1 point or 2 points plus for it.
Sorry. So if you are asking whether to reopen the Code Wars task in terms of the deadline, the answer is no, because the deadline has already passed, and if you weren't able to complete it, sorry, but the deadline is already passed. But if you are seeking of some coding task to be prepared for the interview, to practice somehow, you could use the Code Wars platform itself. It proposes Kata with such difficulties that you passed during your assignments. So we could use the platform itself. There is no need to reopen the task itself.
Okay, thank you.
So next question is from the chat. Will everyone get an interview opportunity, and how many people will get mentors? Anna, maybe you have some statistics on it.
Currently, I have no statistics due to, I believe, some of students fix their gaps. By the way, for interview, we will all students who pass almost every task will get the interview opportunity. It means if you fail 1 or 2 tasks, it's maybe okay. But if you failed 3 and more tasks, you will not get the opportunity of interview. And next point, it's related to mentors. All students who passed the interview will get the mentor. But the amount of students, I don't know. That's all from my side.
Yeah, so it depends on how much assignments were you able to complete everything, so your chances will be increased. But still, even if you have the high score in the scores table, that's not a guarantee that you'll pass the interview successfully. During the previous RSS runs, I experienced met some students who has a let's say top 5 score, but had difficulties to the interview. So be serious about it and try to prepare as much as possible. Yeah, that's my suggestion.
If I'm
It's
not
one
mistaken, close to 20% of students didn't pass the interview. I mean, failed the interview.
Istvan, I see that the hand is still raised. You have something else to ask, or? Okay, got it. Uh, the chat question should be right. What is given on the resolution alone? If we can add another resolution, for example, 780 or 500, if we see that it does not feel well in the resolution given in a particular assignment. So the question regarding Shelter Week 3. So the answer is pretty simple. You should stick to that breakpoints that are given on the week 3 criteria. Because all these breakpoints are given with respect to the Figma layout. So you see that there is a layout for 768 or 500 or anything else. So all these layouts are already developed with respect to the breakpoint. So please stick to the given breakpoint that are given in the task criteria. If something doesn't fit the following breakpoints, so perhaps you have something wrong with your layout. Okay. Is there anything else to discuss or to highlight?
Yeah, I do have a couple of questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So regarding the week 3 of the shelter, so do we have to use only grid or flexbox, or we can mix them?
You can mix it, and it depends on your choice and which of the following structures is more convenient for you to use.
All right. And regarding the layouts, so do they have to be exactly like on Figma? I mean, should we use the that Pixel Perfect extension? So
As from the previous cross checks, well, you should refer to the, like I mentioned here, first paragraph in the section. So there could be some minor deviation
okay.
from the designs in terms of a couple of pixels.
Sure. Okay, but we don't have to use the Pixel Perfect just to see like if it matches exactly or not. Because
You could use Pixel Perfect to check yourself to align the layout, like to make it better. Why not?
All right. Okay. And as I understand that we do not have to use the JS for that this stage of the shelter. Is that correct?
For this stage of the shelter, we don't use any JS features. There will be shelter week 4.
Okay.
There the main goal is to add a bunch of JS features. So it's like the requirements are under the development, but for the current week, you don't need to use any JS.
All right. All right. And another thing is that regarding the interviews, so which kata ranks are expected of us, to be competent in? I mean, will the mentor expect us to do like level 6 katas, or is just only level 8 and 7, or whatever?
Well, I'm not ready to answer a question because it depends on each mentor, how it's
Okay.
planned to perform, to conduct the interview. There is no any ranges of how difficult coding task will be. So it depends on the mentor itself. The coding task could be pretty simple, which expects to use just one line of the code, and some of the tasks will check your knowledge just the on the topics that you passed during the stage 1. So, well, there is no any criteria of the coding task that will be given.
Okay, all right, thank you. And how exactly would the interview regarding the kata will go? It will be like now, a video chat, and the mentor will give me a link to a kata on Code Wars, and I will have to like solve it live, or yeah, I'm not sure how it works.
So the interview doesn't mean that he will solve Code Wars kata. It could give
Oh,
the mentor could give any coding task.
okay.
No, it's not like it's not meant to be based on the Code Wars kata. It could be any
Oh,
coding.
okay, I see.
So
I
as for the coding part, well, it depends on the mentor. Some of them could give you a link to the coding sandbox and ask to solve the coding task, or just to share your screen and the solve a task on EDE. So well, it depends on the exact interviewer.
All right, okay, thank you. And the last question is, will we have some sort of a break between the when the stage 1 ends? Because I see that it ends on the 6th, I think 6th of June, and on the 7th starts the stage 2. So there would be no, like a holiday break or whatever.
Sorry, no holiday breaks.
All right, all right. Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Code Wars task was terrible. Why? I guess they're interesting. All right. Well, I suppose we could wrap up the webinar. So in case if you still have something unclear, so please ask in Discord. And thanks everyone. Have a good week and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Take care.